Hey guys, my name is Luke and today I'm bringing you part 1 of my how to make a platform game in GameMaker tutorial. So I've just loaded up a new project, called it Tutorial Project. This is in GameMaker Studio, none of the others, so it doesn't matter if you have Pro or not on this one. So you're going to jump right in. We're going to create our sprites to begin with. This is called SPR. I like to name all my sprites like this, like most people that make games with GameMaker do. So click Edit Sprite, File, New. We'll leave it 32 by 32. We're not going to give it much detail because, to be honest, I'm not that good at making sprites and that because I'm not very good at art. So going to give it that. Wait, did it wrong. 2 different colours. I just think it makes it look a bit better. Let's give it like a little eye so we know which way it's facing, like that. We're gonna copy and paste that, so copy, paste, open up the second one, transform it and then mirror flip it like so it's facing the other way, like that. So you got 2 images for 1 sprite. This is for when we make it walk left and right. We're going to be wanting another sprite, so we'll just call this SPR underscore floor. It'll be the wall as well, but I just called it floor. Let's just make this like let's get this, get a bit of grey, do a line like that, fill in that side grey, oops, fill in that side black. Okie dokie, just make it look a bit better. Next we're going to create our objects, so just name our objects the same, but instead of SPR, OBJ. That's what a lot of people do. Set the sprite for the character. Okay, I'm not going to be doing the drag and drop, which is these things. I prefer to do it all by code. It's a lot easier. So I'm going to be teaching you the codes, so you might pick up some stuff on the way and just be able to use the codes in your own way. So now we're going to create an event. We're going to use the create event, then come down to control. In here we're going to set the vertical speed to 0, so that's v speed is equal to 0 semicolon, and that's all we are going to have in the time being in our create event. Actually no, not just that. In our create event we are going to also set image, the speed that the sprites cycle through the images. Remember, because we had 2, we're going to set image underscore speed is equal to 0. So at the beginning it's always going to be facing right, and then we'll change the directions based upon our key presses. So that's that. And then in a step event, actually before we go on, we're going to create a new object quickly. Obj underscore floor. Probably have to make this a bit bigger, I don't know. SPR underscore floor, just make that solid and visible. That's all we're going to need in our floor event. So that's what you're going to ever do with all your walls and floors and all that. So in our, we're going to create a step event, normal step, and then drag some code into there. Now this code is quite long and I'm going to talk you through it. So the first thing we want to do is we don't want a character to just to fall. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our code which stops it from falling once it hits the floor. So if place underscore 3 open bracket x y plus 1 close bracket. So that's just going to check if there's a place 3 not on the x-axis but on the y-axis. So if there's a place 3 above a solid object just of pixel of 1 and above, then do your little squiggly bracket. Gravity is equal, we'll set it gravity to equal 0.5. It makes the game look a bit nicer. Remember to close that with the squiggly bracket or it won't work. Under that we're going to put else. Actually, yeah, put that underneath. Else gravity is equal to 0. Close your squiggly bracket. Now the thing is, squiggly brackets are when you're setting your variables, and open like normal brackets a few functions. So if place 3, that's function. And then we're going to set gravity underscore direction is equal to 270. So the way directions work in GameMaker is left is 0, up is 90, right is 180, and down is 270. So that's how it works. So 270 is down. Right, now we're gonna limit our vertical speed so it can only fall a certain speed and it just doesn't keep speeding up. So that's if space v, I nearly put an underscore there. If vertical speed is greater than 10, we're going to limit vertical speed to 10. Actually, let's make that 7. No, let's leave it at 10. So v speed is equal to 10. Close your squiggly bracket. Now that's done, we're going to concentrate on our movement keys. I'm going to show you how to do it with like the arrow keys and also with W, A, S and D, because you have to use different code. So this is how to do it with the arrow keys. So if space keyboard underscore check open bracket VK underscore up, so that's your up arrow key, close bracket, and then 2 and signs. Wait there, what am I doing? 2 and signs and place underscore 3. So there's a little exclamation mark there. 3. Then we set x, y plus 1. Close bracket, open a squiggly bracket and set v speed minus equal to 7. Okay, so let me talk you through this code. It's going to check if the keyboard's up and if they're it's going to check if there's not a place, if you're on solid ground, then it's going to set vertical speed. Now with minus equal to 7, that means relative to. So it's not just going to set the vertical speed because you just fly up. It's just going to set it like that. But it's, so we'll go in more detail after I've done all the movement keys. So pretty much the same for going left and right, but if keyboard underscore check VK, we'll do left first. Then open squiggly bracket. Wait, no. If you want to do it better, you're gonna do what we just did, but instead of putting the exclamation mark, we're just going to do place underscore 3 because we want it to have a place 3, because the exclamation mark means if there's not a place 3, if you get what I mean. I'll go into it in more detail after. And if there's a place 3, but instead of checking y, we're going to check x minus 4y, like that. So we're only checking to the left of us. And then open squiggly bracket, x minus equals 4. So that's just relative to the x axis. And then to go right, if keyboard underscore check VK underscore right, close bracket, and place underscore 3x plus 4 comma y, close bracket, open squiggly bracket, x plus equals 4. So again relative to the x-axis. So that's it for our movement keys. Let's just go into that in more detail. So remember to put an underscore after VK, unlike what I just did. So you're going to want if keyboard check open bracket VK underscore up close bracket 2 and signs, which on my keyboard is shift and 7. then an exclamation mark, which on my keyboard is Shift and 1. Then that's going to check if there's not a place free at y+1. So if there's no pixel above the solid ground you're on, and you press up, then it's going to set the vertical speed relative to -7. So that's going to make you jump, and then you're going to come back down. Okay, so that's pretty simple. And then for these ones, it's going to check if you press left on this one, left, and if there is a place free but 4 pixels to the left of you, then you can move left. But if not, you're not going to go anywhere. And on the right, it's going to check if you're pressing the right arrow key, and if there's a place to your, if there's anything to your right within 4 pixels, you're not going to be able to go anywhere. And that's all relative. Now to do this with WAS and D, instead of VK underscore up, you're going to put ORD, open another bracket, and then you're going to want to open a speech mark, and then because we're going up, let's set W, and then close speech marks, and then close the bracket. And then you remember you want 2 brackets there because you've got a bracket open here, then you want to close both. That's how you do it with W. But if you wanted space, then you just copy that for, like, say you wanted left, you'd set it to A, and then right is D. Say you wanted the space bar, that's just VK underscore space, like that. So that's space bar. So yeah, right, for the time being, that's what it's going to be in our step event. This is just basic movement. And then you want to go set a collision with the floor event, and then the code of that would be if v speed greater than 0, 2 and signs and an exclamation, place underscore 3, then you want x y plus v speed, open your squiggly bracket, then you're going to want move underscore contact 270, and that was in a bracket just there, and then close your squiggly bracket after that. V speed is equal to 0. Oops, not plus 0, equal to 0. So that's saying if your vertical speed is more than 0 and there's not a place free, which is that's sort of confusing. It's hard for me to say it. If that's, it's not going to check your x axis, it's going to be y plus whatever your vertical speed is. So if you're not moving, I think that's what it's saying, yeah. Moved contact, that's checking the direction, like what direction you move in. Then it's going to set your vertical, I did it again, I keep vertical speed is equal to 0, so that's going to stop you moving. So we're going to create a room to test this. It's just a small room. What you do is you choose what objects you want to appear, and then shift, if you hold shift and control, you can just drag out the blocks, or you have to place them manually, like that. Let's just create a bit of a jumping thing for him or her, whatever the character is you want it to be, like that. Just create a bit of a level. You got to remember to place your object, which I nearly forgot to do, just like that. Just put him there any way you want. You don't have to have him there. You can delete that, you can put him up there if you want. But that's going to defeat the objective showing jumping. So then up here there's this little green play button. Just do that to test your game. Look, he moves left, right, but I haven't set animations yet, so he's always going to face the same direction. You can jump like that. He doesn't get stuck on walls or anything. Not quite high enough to jump that. So if you're having that problem as well, just go back into this, not that one, on your step, execute piece of code. Then you can change your vertical speed. Let's say you want it about 12, but remember to change vertical speed to 12 in there as well. or as soon as you hit 12 you're going to slow back down to 10. That's a bit better. We're going to need it about 15, I think. Yeah, so we're going to set this to about 15 to help us jump onto that ledge. No, what we're going to need, let's try 20. Let's do a bit of a drastic one, then we can always go a bit down from that. 20. We can always set gravity to be a bit lower, but I normally just alter the vertical speed. Okay, let's set gravity to about 0.3. Up here, set gravity to about 0.3. Yeah, that works a bit better. Look, we can jump, get in that gap, sort of. You can always alter it to the precise amount anyway, so we could have like 0.35, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I can't really get into that gap. Let's just remove a block. Remember to close that or it's not going to update. You can just control and right click to get rid of blocks instead of opening up that little right click menu. So we should be able to showcase it now. Showcase it. Yeah, look, we can jump up there. We can get in here. Like that. All works. You're not falling through anything. So this is been part 1. This is just basic platform movement. Next time I'm going to be showing you how to animate left and right, like jumping. I'm not sure what else. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this episode and I'll see you next time.